Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome inside the FamilyDeal.com 7 Sports Cave. I'm your host, Justin Rose. Coming up on tonight's show, we're talking plenty of baseball. Michigan playing for a spot in the College World Series, plus Tigers beat writer Anthony Fennick of the Free Press joins me to discuss the current state and the future state of your Detroit Tigers. Speaking of the Tigers, they were looking to win a series for the first time since they won one against Baltimore a couple of weeks ago out on the road. The bats exploded yesterday. Could they find continued success today against the best team in the division in the Twins? Short answer to that swing shows you, is no. Notorious Tiger killer Nelson Cruz. Gosh, this guy terrorized Detroit with Seattle, Baltimore, Texas, and now with the Twins. A 2-run shot in the top of the first makes it 3-0 Minnesota. Ryan Carpenter, a part of that Tigers pitching staff put together with glue. He isn't supposed to be up here. Twins chased him out of the game in the 4th inning. Miguel Sano, solo shot there. They played 5 runs in that inning. Then in the 5th, Cruz with another RBI single. Twins throw up 17 hits, 4 home runs. Tigers muster just 2 runs. They dropped the game and the series 12-2. Ron Gardenhire, he did not see the same intensity from his club today as he did yesterday.
All we can do is keep competing and trying, and we've got like infielders all over the place, outfielders all over the place, so we're trying to compete. And our pitching staff, we've got basically 4 starters on 5, so yeah, it's a challenge right now. But you know what? This will make us better. Somewhere down the road, we're going to get better for it. We just got to keep plugging away here. Our fans keep coming out and keep cheering, and that's what we asked for, and we appreciate that. Hopefully, we're going to do better as we go along this summer.
Michigan couldn't close out number 1 overall seed UCLA last night in Game 2 of the Super Regional, so they try to do it today. This time, though, the loser, they're going home. No tomorrow. The winner, though, onto the College World Series. Michigan took the lead on a fielder's choice, but the Bruins came back to tie it with some power. Jake Price with the solo shot in the bottom of the 2nd. That ties things up at 1 apiece. A reason why the Wolverines stumbled last night was unforced errors. Jordan Brewer tracking a fly ball trips, misses the ball. Garrett Mitchell, he gets to third by basically walking there. He'd score on a fielder's choice. Next batter to make it 2-1. But in the top of the 5th, the Wolverines would rally. Ako Thomas scoring with 2 men in position. That'll be after this blunder from Michigan, but it wasn't too bad. Third baseman overthrows the first baseman. He decides to try to get home, but no. Thrown out at home. Keeps the score 2-1 for Michigan. Here's Ako Thomas with the shot up the middle. Man on 2nd and 3rd. Both of them score, and that's where we stand right now as I'm watching it on my cell phone. The bottom of the 6th, 3-2 Michigan with the lead, 2 outs in that game. We'll keep you updated as the show goes on. NASCAR at MIS this weekend for the first of its 2 annual Cup Series visits. Rain showers push back the start of today's race, but eventually things dried up enough for Lions head coach Matt Patricia to do his duties as Grand Marshal.
Drivers, start your engine!
The field did get out on the track and completed a handful of practice laps led by Darren McCarty driving the pace car. But before the green flag ever flew, the rain started again and officials pulled the drivers right back into the pits. A couple of those drivers got bored, so Bubba Wallace and Corey LaJoie passed the time during the delay playing catch with some football fans who stuck around. Ultimately, NASCAR decided to postpone the race until tomorrow at 5 p.m. That's a pretty good toss for a race car driver. Unfortunate news for former Michigan basketball player Charles Matthews. He tore his ACL working out for the Boston Celtics this week. Matthews chose to enter the NBA draft even though he had another year left of eligibility at Michigan. He should be healed by January, but the draft is only 2 weeks away, so this likely means he will have to find a different path to make an NBA roster once he heals. Once ranked the 60th best prospect coming out of college. Tomorrow night, the Toronto Raptors could become first-time champs. They hold a 3-run series edge over Golden State, who is perhaps going to get Kevin Durant back in the mix. He was practicing with the team the past couple of days. Now, that doesn't mean he'll for sure play, but certainly in an elimination game, him practicing points to him trying to rejoin the team.
He'll get some extra work in with some of our younger players, and we'll gauge it from there. The mood's good. We have an amazing opportunity and challenge, and we're going to do everything we can to meet that challenge, and we're excited about it.
Now, St. Louis is looking to celebrate in a way the city has never done before, with the Stanley Cup in tow. The Blues had a chance to close out the Boston Bruins at home tonight, clinching the franchise's first ever championship. But the Bruins, they had other ideas. Brad Marchand, everyone's favorite enemy, gets on the board first, and that's a lead Boston would never give up. Bruins would go up 3-0 before the Blues found the back of the net, but as soon as there was hope, it was taken away. 5-1 the final tonight. Bruins force a Game 7 on Wednesday night at the TD Garden. The King of Clay continues to reign supreme. Rafael Nadal beat Dominic Thiem in 4 sets to win the French Open. It's his 3rd straight French Open title, 12th overall at Roland Garros, extending his own record. And a little update for you here, the Michigan-UCLA game going into the 7th inning. Should Michigan win and they go to the College World Series, guess who they will play, Wolverine fans? Texas Tech, team that knocked out the basketball team in the NCAA tournament. Coming up next, though, Anthony Fennick. He's sitting on the couch waiting to get started talking Tigers. We'll have that and much more on the FamilyDeal.com Sports Cave. Stay with us.